What's up? It's your girl Nemo, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It has been a hot minute since I filmed or posted a video, so let me just give y'all a kind of quick update of where I am before we get into it. I did trim my hair just a smidgen, so here is my hair as it currently stands. It has grown out a lot. It has been almost a year since I did the pixie cut. Well, it's been a year since I did the pixie cut that I did, and then I had got it touched up at a salon in January. So, yeah, it has been just over a year now since the last time I bleached. So, this is how far it's grown out. I feel like the lighting in here is maybe blurring it a little bit, but I do have a lot of gray, so it kind of blends in a little bit, but this is basically where the bleach starts on this side. Here, obviously, I part my hair on the side, so you got it from down here, right about here. Obviously, the hair on my top was longer when I bleached it. And so in the back, where I got it trimmed, there is really no bleach on the tips directly in the back here. So what I'm going to do today is a Christmas color look. I am going to first bleach my ends for the first time in over a year, just a little bit. I don't know that I'm going to bleach this side really, but more so just here to kind of bring it up and make it look a little more even with this side, since my longer hair has bleach like farther up on my head, so it looks kind of uneven. I'm going to be doing a like teal, emerald green, and a berry maroon red. At least that's the plan. And just for Christmas vibes, I'm really proud of the regrowth. So I really don't want to touch it too much. I just want to even it up, and that's about it. I probably will go ahead and bleach the tips down here as well so that it makes more sense. For the colors, I'm going to be using two mixtures because going through colors I have, I feel like it's going to work out the best for what I want. I've got Strawberry Leopard Merlot here, which is like a maroon berry purple almost, which is a little more purple than I'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it with Arctic Fox Poison, which looks more like a brown red on here, but it's really more just like a bright dark red. So I'm going to mix two of these together and get a color that I'm happy with. And then for the green, I'm going to be using a mixture of Manic Panic Enchanted Forest and Eero Eero Green. I really would have preferred to just use Eero Eero, I think it's the forest green they have. It's a really pretty color. I used it last year for the green when I had my pixie cut and I did the all over green. It was really pretty. It would have been perfect, but I'm out of it and I'm not running to the store, so I'm just going to use what I have on hand. And this Enchanted Forest is a pretty dark teal green, but I want it to be more on the like green, emerald green, so I think mixing some of this in there is going to give me a shade that I can deal with. So yeah, I think those two colors are going to look really good together, and especially on my dark hair because obviously my natural color is very dark. First things first, let's do the bleaching, and for that I'm going to use L'Oreal Quick Blue and 20 volume developer of the Salon Care. I think that's the Sally's brand. I'm going to go ahead and section my hair and get started with the bleaching. Okay, I've got it all mixed up. I've got my hair sectioned, and unfortunately, as I was preparing it, I realized I am out of all my good gloves. Apparently one of my kids have been using them without permission, so I had to pull some crappy gloves out of a box of product I haven't used before. Where did the other glove go? There it is. This is going to be so loud too. My gosh. Oh, sorry about that. I am going to also be using foils for this process to, one, keep the color or the bleach off of any other hair or roots as I lay it down. So, and also to keep the heat in because it is cold this time of year and keeping the heat in is going to help it process more. I really don't have to lighten it too much, so I won't leave it in super long because green and yellow makes just more green, and then yellow and orange are undertones of red, so it doesn't need to be super light. So yeah, we're going to start at the back where it's all dark because the rest of it Might just get a little extra bleach, but I'll be trimming it again in a few months, so I'm not super concerned. Also, using these kind of gloves makes it really hard to work with. I feel like I can't feel anything. They're really baggy. It's just such a pain in the butt. I really wish I had my regular gloves. I'm going to have to be really careful between sections because it's going to be difficult grabbing the rest of my hair and getting sections out with bleach on my gloves. I'm also not too worried about these being fairly big sections because the dark colors are hopefully just going to blend more seamlessly into my dark hair, so I don't think any spotting is going to be really noticeable. If so, just minimally. Let me try it not using my glove. See how that goes now that I have the spoil laid down. I don't necessarily want stark lines, so I'm going to try to sort of blend it up as opposed to just like striping it with a line. As I go farther up, I'm going to try to take it even more down to the tips because I really just want it to be more like a bottom layer of color. And if I take it up too high as I go up, then it will just be higher on my head because the hair on the top of my hair is shorter. I have layers, and part of that's just because of the girl out from the Pixie, and part of that is because of the trim. I had her go ahead and trim the layers into there because I just wanted all the dead ends off of there. So, yeah. The spoil was a good idea. This is really helping me keep my glove clean so I don't have to worry about transferring it to my hair as I'm pulling more sections out. It's working out pretty well. You know what? I'm not even going to be worrying about bleaching this top section here because that's about as far as I want it to go anyway. So we can just let that lay as is. Onto the front. I don't have any bleach. This is going to be the most important place to not mess up. Okay, I look a little crazy with these spoils dangling the way they are, but I'm going to leave this on for 20 minutes maybe and rinse it out, and it should be plenty light enough for me to put green and red over, so that's what I will do. I will be right back after I have washed and rinsed my hair from this bleach. It's actually been 30 minutes. I figured I'd give it a little more time since it is just a 20 volume and my hair is very dark. So let's take the foils out and see how we're looking. Very light in some places. Okay, I probably should have maybe only done the 20, but I'll be curious to see what the back looks, the ones where the tips weren't bleached at all. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do the parts that I know weren't bleached at all first. Good. I think that will work just fine. And honestly, I may not have needed to re-bleach the other parts, but I figured it doesn't hurt to re-bleach parts that I'm probably going to just trim off in a few months anyway, like probably February or so, once it's had a little more time to grow out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shampoo this out and dry my hair and come back for the color. Here it is. I just washed with Head and Shoulders shampoo and blow dried, and this is what I have to work with. think I did pretty good, especially here in the front. The back is a little uneven, not super, excuse the wet spots, I was hunched over in the sink, but just let me show you the back. I think I must have went up more on this side because it is just a little bit uneven, but not super so. It's definitely more orange down here as expected, but that's all right. In hindsight, maybe I could have gone with like a 30 volume just on these previously completely unbleached pieces, but I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be mostly covered up with these top parts anyway, so it'll be all right. I'm going to go ahead and mix these colors up and show you what they look like swatched once I come to a color I'm happy with. Got the colors mixed up, and here is what we have. I will say the red comes off a little lighter on camera. It's more of a dark berry vampy red, and the green is pretty much what you see, maybe a little bit darker in person. I wonder if I can angle it so it's more true to, I don't know. But this is the colors. I think it's going to look really good, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and section my hair and get started. I've got my one good glove, my last one good glove I was saving for this process, and my last crappy, crinkly, baggy glove. So yeah. Also, I am going to use foils to wrap up these colors because red and green is one of those color combos where if you mix them together, they can turn muddy and brown, and given that the whole rest of my hair is brown, it probably wouldn't look too bad or too noticeable, probably, but I don't want to take the risk. I want it to look nice and fresh and clean when I first do it, at least. I mixed up way too much product. I still have this much of the red, and then even more of the green, which I hate to waste product. However, whenever you're mixing colors, it is way better to have too much than too little. If you end up running out and you try to mix up the same mixture, chances are you're not going to get it exactly the way it was before. I've tried it. I know this. But yeah, I'm gonna let it sit for about an hour, rinse it out, come back. I'm gonna have my hair and everything fixed up by the time I come back, so I'll see you in a second. Here it is, dried and a little bit styled. I used my flat iron a little bit, but here is the final result, and it came out just how I hoped it would. It blends into my dark color really well. It's not too much, which, you know, I love too much, but I'm in a kind of different phase just at the moment. I'm sure it'll come back around when, who knows, but I am vibing with this so hard right now. Let me show you the back. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it's a free way to support my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, love, God bless.